G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tuckerwood, Marks Point. With this Friday and of course the June long weekend's fishing report. As you can see behind me out here at Moon Island, we've got that little bit of swell now starting to build. It's a couple of metres, anticipated to get up to around about 3.5 metres on Sunday afternoon. So look, it's really going to play havoc with any of the rockfish shows this week. It's really not going to see any settlements until we basically get into around about Wednesday or Thursday. So that swell is going to really take the edge off any rock fishing. So my advice, no rock fishing this weekend. It's a real shame. It's also going to affect the offshore situation. Last weekend, everyone that went out got some very, very good fish on those inshore reefs, sitting inside around about 20 metres of water. There was some beautiful snapper got caught, trag, tailor, and even some hairtail a little bit further south. There was some beautiful snapper caught up off Newcastle as well in that shallow water, in particularly on that wind when it was blowing even so hard on Sunday. I just don't think it's the right thing to do this weekend with that swell around about 3.5 metres, which is a real shame. However, like I said, the wind's going to back off around about Wednesday, Thursday, so there is a light at the end of the tunnel, which is great to see. Look, these clear skies are going to be a little bit of a blessing, but the wind is just going to keep on fluctuating up and down out of that northwest, a little bit of southwest as we go into Monday. The western side of the lake, we talk about it all the time, it is where you will get out of the wind. And of course, some beautiful tailor being caught right throughout the lake, down towards Dora Creek, Bonnells Bay, of course, Myuna Bay, one of those out of the wind spots where you can tuck up in that corner there and chase some of those tailor, and flathead, and of course a lot of brim up in that area at the moment as well. Up this way, Rathmines, of course, fishing point, good protection there, and even along that edge there, Carey Bay, as you get around into Toronto. If the wind swings a little bit more west-southwest, those little spots there in particular will really come into play. Still getting a few mulloway in the lake, of course, and still getting quite a few, well, we'll call them snapper because they fish over around about that 50 to 60 centimetre mark. So they're still there, and there's still a lot on offer on those bait skills. You're just going to have to pick the conditions, and again, early in the morning or that latter part of the afternoon when that wind has been sort of dropping off. We've been here for about 15 minutes, excuse me, and that wind is sort of fluctuating up and down. So you just got to pick it a little bit. As you can see, there's maybe 4 or 5 boats sitting here in Swansea Channel at the moment. The seaward side of the bridge, again, offering great protection. Still some kingies up the bridge, but there's been some very nice tailor getting caught up at the bridge as well. When this swell starts to pick up, particularly as we get into Sunday, you're going to see a lot of fish move in off that island. I would expect that you're going to start to see quite a few squire and or snapper getting caught inside this channel area. A lot of trevally will come in, and of course you'll get a lot of brim coming in off the island as well. So, you know, that late afternoon tide is going to be perfect. Of course, tomorrow, low tide, 11 o'clock, high tide is at 5 o'clock. Now, full moon will be Tuesday night. We have got a monster tide due on Wednesday night, around about 9 p.m, 2.15 metres. And this is what everyone's talking about as we come through this swell on Sunday night going into Monday. Big tides, I think it's around about a 193 on Sunday night. But if this swell picks up, when it gets a bit untidy, we may see a little bit of localised flooding in some of the low-lying areas. So you're going to have to be careful. But that's a whopping tide on Wednesday. That'll be the biggest for the year. So again, you're just going to have to be a little bit careful if you are in those low-lying areas. Look, it's just a matter of getting out there. Had a couple of reports even off the beach before the swell got up. A lot of brim, tailor, and of course a few whaler sharks still getting caught on our beaches. But the southern protected corners out of that swell is definitely coming up out of the south off that low pressure system. As you can tell, it's quite cool. I don't expect to see temperatures over about 17. I might get an 18 next week, but you just got to get out there. It's not raining, guys. I think we just got to look at the good part about it all. We can cope with the wind. The rain is the grave annoyance. A lot of people might ask me what I got for my birthday yesterday. I got the flu. So that's something to be really excited about. If you're going to go fishing this weekend, play it safe. Don't do anything crazy. I'll see you next Friday.